If you'd like your child's artwork to be featured on the show, you can just send us a photo at abc13.com/weathersketchers. And this week, you can draw a picture of the rain coming down.
Wouldn't that be fantastic? Yes, that's what we're looking for next week, guys, is show us what it looks like in your neighborhood. We've got some rain, some thunderstorms back in the forecast. You can see that the storm chances from where we started off earlier in the week, where we were unsure as to just how much coverage we would see, to now some fairly high confidence that storms will be likely today, tomorrow, dropping a bit for Friday, and then becoming more likely again, at least for the first half of the weekend. So a lot will be happening across our area for today. The widespread showers and storms today will be favoring areas from Houston southward along the coastline and areas east of Interstate 45. The further west you go, there'll still be some showers around, but it's going to be widely scattered. And some of these showers and storms could produce some heavy rain in a short amount of time. And those areas highlighted in green, a level 1 out of 4 when we talk about street flooding. It's going to be isolated for today. So just want to put you on notice that some of the thunderstorms later on today or heavy bands of rain could lead to that possibility. This morning, no major issues, but we are going to see some of those roads starting to dampen, starting to slicken a bit. So just be prepared for that. You're going to want to slow down if you get caught under one of these brief heavy downpours, kind of like a splash and dash type activity. Hitting up the Baytown area this morning around Mont Belvieu. Those of you around Crosby are mostly dry, but perhaps one of these rain showers impacting your lawns this morning. Definitely going to be rejoicing with some of this rain returning over the next couple of days. How about look at temperature readings outside? Not bad in the mid-70s. I know yesterday you got a little taste of those temperature readings on the warmer side, and this humid breeze is going to last us for the next several days, even into Halloween, although the temperatures won't be quite as warm in some spots where we do see some widespread showers and storms. A little activity there down along Seawall Boulevard. Boat and beach forecast, small craft advisory until 10 o'clock this morning, but even after the morning hours, you want to use caution for those of you that'll be heading out in the waters. Dangerous rip currents in the forecast with those strong onshore winds, 15 to 25 knot winds, and then we're looking at choppy conditions around some of those bays with some of those wave heights building between 5 to 7 feet. Looking for temperature readings to warm. Unlike yesterday, I think there's going to be some locations that only warm in the low to mid 80s due to the extensive clouds and the rain, but areas that don't see as much cloud cover, as much rain, you're still back up in the upper 80s to low 90s. And Future Track is displaying exactly what I just said. Here are those areas out west where you see the break in the clouds, some sunshine, not a lot of rain. But on the east side of town, got to put you on notice. Look at this banding of rain coming in from the Gulf. East of I-45 along the upper Texas, Louisiana coastline, that'll be the zone here that will be monitoring 13 alert radar through the afternoon, early evening hours. Then a little bit of lull overnight. And then first thing tomorrow morning, we could see some hit and miss rain showers. But I think we're going to have to wait really late morning into the afternoon when we start to see these scattered showers turning more widespread. We could even see more coverage than this, so just be aware of that. And then that frontal system is going to slow down. It's just going to kind of waffle here over a couple of hours and will be the focus for some showers and storms. But once the sun goes down, there'll be fewer of you dealing with those thunderstorms. So here's how I've broken down your Halloween forecast. It will start off warm and sticky during the morning hours, 20% chance of rain, and then highlighting really the daytime hours, anywhere between noon and let's say 5 p.m. for about a 60 to 70% chance of showers and storms. As that front starts to lift northward, those shower chances should begin to wane by the evening, again, as the sun goes down. Keep that umbrella handy. You may need it this weekend, even into early next week. But really quickly, want to leave you with this. We do have a fall front arriving, and that's going to arrive late next week to send those temperatures back down in the 50s overnight, 70s in the afternoon.
I think it's fair to say we're all looking forward to that, Alita. Thank you.
All right, Rita, heading into break. Before we head to break, we've got a mostly dry sky. Quick look at the temperature readings this morning. And we're starting off very warm and humid. Right now on that breeze, we've got a few light to moderate rain showers, and you can see the showers right now over Galveston Bay. We'll be tracking to the north. I'll have the latest on the Future Track and also walk you through that hour-by-hour forecast coming up on the other side of the break. All right, tracking another round of some rain showers this morning. A little bit better coverage this morning, but those chances for rain will be going up today to about 60%, really focusing on areas east of Interstate 45, similar to what we're seeing this morning. I'll have the latest breakdown on that with Future Track coming up in just a few minutes.
Ears perked up with that one with Bluey.
Yeah, Bluey is not really something my kids got into. They were more like Bubble Guppies and the other one. I forgot. It was so long ago. All right, weather-wise for today, let's switch gears and talk about the rain potential because we've got a lot of it headed our way, especially in our far northern parts of the state. That's where the highest rainfall totals will be. Deeper tropical moisture is going to mix in with a cold front, and where it meets up is where we could be dealing with even some slower moving thunderstorms. The chances for rain going up today at 60%, 70% chance tomorrow, and then clearly that storm chance remains even through the weekend. By next week, it does drop off to about 20 to 30%. How much rain could we see locally? Anywhere between 1 to 2 inches the closer you are toward Interstate 45. And then as you get further to the east, there will be some higher amounts there. Chambers County, Liberty County, and beyond out toward Beaumont and Lake Charles, maybe 2 or 3 inches of rain. Now, some of the rain today could be slow moving, and if it focuses on one area, that could lead to some ponding, even some street flooding. These are some of the counties that may be in jeopardy of seeing that, mainly north of I-10. So those of you in Montgomery County, around the Piney Woods region, just be aware that some of these cells, some of these thunderstorms could be heavy rainmakers. Here's a look at 13 alert radar. Not too heavy, but these are going to be brief, heavy downpours where you are seeing those oranges and reds. That's heavier rain bands that are moving through the area. And so right around Galveston, we're also seeing some of that rain not too far off from the Cleveland area, Kennebec. Those of you watching us around Baytown, Crosby, seeing some of that rain in your neighborhood. Temperature readings are starting off warm. The winds are not too strong this morning. They've dropped off from yesterday's breeze. And then this afternoon, I'm still thinking a humid breeze on the way will continue to lift that moisture overhead. When we take a look at those temperature readings out the door, it's fairly mild in the low to mid 70s, similar to yesterday. Now, there's going to be a separation of where we see some lower 80s versus the upper 80s to low 90s. Where you see those low 80s, that's where we're going to see the extensive clouds, the heaviest of that rain, widespread showers and storms, versus those areas in the 90s. You've got some sunshine. Those rain chances only about 30 or 40%. So that 60% chance for rain does include Houston. It does include our coastal communities. And as I mentioned, areas east of Interstate 45. We get a little bit of a lull overnight, but then a heads up, Halloween morning, we're warm and humid. We've got a few scattered showers and thunderstorms by mid to late morning, and then it's the afternoon where you're going to want to pay attention to the radar. Make sure you stay weather aware. Have your phone handy for any sort of alerts. I'm not anticipating any sort of severe weather, but perhaps a couple of strong thunderstorms that could produce some strong winds. We're talking winds gusting between 40 to 45 miles per hour. That'll be today and tomorrow. Here's the time. I've paused it at 4 o'clock, just in time for the closing bell, and you can see that frontal boundary is still draped along I-10 because it's not moving very quickly. So it will be the focus point for some heavier bands of rain. So those of you on the northwest side of town, you'll slowly start to see some improvement. However, those of you where the front is located, that's where those showers and storms may linger. So some of you may need that umbrella during trick-or-treat time. So just a heads up, you may want to dig that out of the closet and just keep it by the door just in case you do have to use it. Otherwise, the weekend, it won't be a complete washout, but there are going to be some periods of heavy rain for the first half of the weekend and then more scattered in nature. Don't forget, Sunday, we're falling back. We're turning the clocks, 2 a.m. officially, and then looking ahead to Election Day with a 30% chance of showers and storms. Our cold front next week should deliver a nice break in the humidity and some cooler weather as well.
There's a lot to think about.